Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. We're back around for another round of Shortest Trip to Earth. Last time, we managed to evade death. Not by terribly much, but we managed to evade it. We've gotten ourselves to a new sector. We've got some upgrade points to spend in a little bit. But first, I would like to go... Oh dear. First. The first thing before the first thing. I need a sensor suite, because otherwise we are going to have some very significant problems on our hands actually seeing where we are going. And then I'm going to take a very little quick trip around here, pick up a few things, and see if I can't get a good set of stuffs from the local barter center. It's a large asteroid comprised mostly of rare mithralium material. Processing the substance is an energy-intensive undertaking. Well, I've got some metal storage, so let's use it. 241 metals, that is good. You will notice that the crew stopped healing due to lack of organics, and Mippy suffered hunger damage. So we are going to need to book it to the space station and hope that none of our crew dies along the way. No! Okay. Multiple hits, but that's fine. Mippy. Oh, dear. Oh, poor Mippy. You are the only one that is sustaining health damage, and you are sustaining it quick. Holy cow. Oh, my. Excuse me. This is what I need. Guys. This is unbelievable as a find. Hold up, hold up. We gotta save some synthetics, because we gotta have ship repairs. But, after I nearly inhale my own... I forget what the thing at the back of your throat is called. Yeah, we are definitely picking all of this up. These are some of the best shields in the game outside the D-Cube shields. Basically... They do have one less HP. They have the same armor, and they consume 2 less power for the same regen speed as the Jade Shield. You're trading 2 less power consumption for 1 less HP on the shield bubble, which is huge. When you're running a ship with tight power requirements, this is absolutely gargantuan as a thing. And you need it badly. So we are booting this Jade Shield generator to the curb. Scrap that son of a gun. We are not going anywhere near that again. Let's go ahead and get rid of... Do I need an FEO container? Hold on. FSE is fuel synthetics and exotics. Then we have explosive storage in the ESM. This one does have... No, it doesn't have explosives. Never mind. So this covers... everything else I need. I don't need an FEO anymore. Unless we get an abundance of fuel. See, that's the problem, is you kind of want to keep these things around. We're going to get rid of this gun. It's terrible. We don't need it. Let's buy the Sky Shield generator, which we are then going to install immediately, getting ourselves some extra power. Fantastic. And that leaves us with 574 in the bank, which is enough to buy the other one. Oh my goodness. The stars are aligning. We're set. Everything is awesome. I could actually buy another bot if I wanted to, but for right now, we're going to leave that alone. Dude, this is beyond fantastic. This is so good. 175 needed to meet repair needs. Let's go ahead and sell the exotics that we got from scrapping our old shield gen, and we're going to repair our ship, leaving us with 62 in the bank. And then we're going to think about how we want to approach the next few sections of the game. So as far as our combat stance goes, we need all of this weaponry online to be survivable. I also am tempted to swap this out for this, but the power requirements are rather massive, especially since we're about to be dropping another shield generator. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this. This is going out the window, the second story window. It is going to be replaced by our secondary shield. So that's going to put us firmly into power stall territory because we're going to need another generator, and the other generator is a bit harder to come by. Let's go ahead and get that in. Let's go ahead and do decryo. We'll just load combat positions because this is going to take a little bit of work. We'll load that in, and then that leaves us with 1 free unused point defense, 1 free unused reactor. We're at 40 out of 52 with all weaponry on and loading. We need to get our other drone back there. And we need to try to get another specialty shield operator. Now we have a choice here. We can either take our squid and we can use him to do shielding, or we can upgrade his bridge stat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we do shielding and put him on the shields because the shields are just too dang useful. 14 with a regen close to 1 per second is massive. There's a lot of ships where we are straight up going to be able to out-regen their weaponry. And it's gonna be bonkers. Alright, we're gonna put him on gunnery. We're gonna upgrade gunnery on these guys. And that, my friends, is a top gunnery skill. Look at that. Double the fire rate from 9 to 4.5. 5 extra points of accuracy strictly by having an extremely capable crew. That is so good. We're also going to uptick on the bridge skills here. So that's going to give us a fairly decently increased evasion value. We're up to 61% now. We do need eventually to get another person on the bridge. We could we could man the bridge with a cat. The cat will surely not shed over everything and potentially cause short circuits from the hair, right? Right? Someone please confirm me so that I can do this thing with less guilt. And no confirmation was forthcoming. Okay, I am going to get the 30 organics invested in this person to repair him so that I have everyone at full HP. Excellent. Then we're going to go back here and we are going to save our combat stance. Now, I am going to put the cat in here. Come on. Before I save. There we go. 67% evasion. That is so good. Love it. Love everything about it. All right. Save. Confirm. 2 PD. 4 manned gun stations. 2 rocket stations. 30 armor. 14 shield HP with good regen. And staggered regen, for that matter. My goodness, this is so good! Alright, now, we need sustainability. So when we swap, because swapping is a thing that we're committed to now, we're gonna go... you there. You... there. Sensors, and then we're at 37 out of 37 power, so let's load this. We don't want to turn off shields because we want to enter every combat with shield at maximum charge. So what we want to do is we want to shut down beam weapons until everything turns on. We'll turn that off. Get you out. Not really anything else useful that you can do. We're just going to stick you in the bridge. That puts us at 34 out of 37. Which is exactly where we need to be. Okay. So we're going to save this. At 9 organics usage with 3 module swaps. Guys, I was not expecting to blunder into this sector and get this good of a ship. This is a monumental turning point for luck. And I just hope that we do not get crapped on and the ship gets destroyed in this sector, because this, as it stands, actually has a legitimate chance of succeeding in some of the later sectors. So let's just hope we don't get ganked. And we are going to move as quickly as we can to the opposite end and just get the hell out of Dodge. So we're going to warp. Boom! Sensors reduced. Please do not be an enemy. Okay, we're good. I'm going to jump again. We're not exploring. We're not doing anything. We're just getting through the sector to get the hell out. 2 fleets, 3 planets visited. Since we do have intel, let's go look. That is going to be a strong nope from me. Even though the squids can give you really good loot, I am going to try my best to not have any interactions with them. So we're going to fly across the gap. Because they also have the strongest potential to actually kill my ship. Ooh, buddy. Alright. We're in. There's a small planet over here, but I am at 50 fuel. So we're going to evaluate our options. Let's go to the sector. I've got no intel on this. Clero has a trade signal, though. Let's see how much fuel I burn trying to cross the gap. That's going to be 179 fuel. Wow. Okay. Definitely need to take the jump. Which means I'm probably... Oh. We're going to roll the dice on this shipwreck. If it's an SOS signal, we may get... Oh, we need 300 synthetics to help. Oh. That's a hard choice. That's a really hard choice. 300 synthetics is probably going to be something massive that he gives us in return, though. So let's see if there's anything we don't really need that we can kind of... Oh! Oh, right! I've got this thing. Which also gives us more fuel, so my fuel is less of a concern. Oh, that is fantastic. I forgot that we were hanging on to that thing that entire time. Alright, sending the resources over. After repairing his ship, the captain sends us a "Thank you, War Skeleton Ape" message, plus a nuke, and several tons of sugar. So that solved our organics problem. And we got a monolith nuke. This one is a capital missile that rams enemy ships with incredible levels of kinetic force. Excellent. I am definitely going to store that one, and we are going to get on our merry way. I'm not going to go full-blown prepper mode, but we are going to load combat presets before I jump. That way we've at least got the guns running as we come into the system with one of our shields live. All right, cross your fingers, boys. Here we go. Okay, we're fine. Holy cow. We're good. We're good. Unknown object, shipwreck with SOS. Let's try again, shall we? See if we can get some more good stuff. Oh, it's the same oh, screw you. I do not have that level of synthetics. I just gave them to your friend, dude. Oh, wait, no, that's only 200. Hold on. Do we have anything that would give us 200 synthetics? 80. What does this have in it? 10 synthetics. Yeah, no. No, we're not going to be able to do this. So let us jump to the next sector. But first, we're going to take a look at the fleet and see what's going. It is a friendly fleet, so that's actually really good. Let's go. Warping to Le Destinaciones. Oh, that is an anomaly. Let's go visit it. Anomalies can be quite good for us. It is a blue semi-transparent cube. A tesseract, anyone? Strong gravity fields visibly pulling in nearby gas clouds. All right. We're going to send a probe. The anomaly shoots a ray at the probe and simply vanishes. Our probe turns into a half-molten piece of junk, but some of its mineral components have gained exotic properties. So basically, we traded 10 materials for an exotic, which is such a good trade. Not that great as an anomaly is concerned, because some of those can be really good, but better than nothing. All right, we have no credits, so we're not going to be able to buy any of these manually assembled parts. So we're just going to have to leave. Something to note for everyone, though, don't underestimate this encounter, because especially the cryosleep units for 100 credits, if you can buy any of these, even if you don't have any use for them, it rolls the dice on the quality of item, and the majority of the time, you get more resources out of scrapping the manually assembled tools than you do, then you lose spending the 200 credits. So if you have a spare 200 credits, absolutely buy these things and then just scrap them after. It's a really good trade. We're going to go ahead and pick up the shipwreck again. Oh! Oh, no. Guys, I borked it up. I borked it up. That's bad. We can gain 40 fuel here. I'm not using this reactor. We can also gain 50 fuel from scrapping the nuke. I think I'm gonna scrap the nuke. Having a spare reactor is a big deal. And I am double loaded on nukes anyway, so I think we'll be okay. Oh man. Heavily damaged ships still with active systems online. Could be automated defenses, or it might just be a fuel tanker. Okay. We're going to investigate, because if it's a fuel tanker, I need fuel, yo. Yes. 14, 76 metal, 57 synthetic, some explosives. That's good too. And an exotic. That was well worth the trip. All right, we're going to fly in here and kind of analyze the system. That is another SOS signal. My goodness, there are so many SOS signals in this sector. Planet is inhabited by primitive digital era civilization. When we get close to the atmosphere, they send us a radio warning to get away from their property or suffer a nuclear attack. Most interestingly, we also detect an advanced distress signal coming from the surface. So it could be an intergalactic traveler crash landed amongst the primates. Let's covert rescue, because the bargain does not go well. Signal came from the crash landed civilian ship. Single insectoid pilot is unfortunately dead. The pictographic ship's log revealed that the pilot was a child. Oh dear. Just flying around space and adventuring, her ship was shot down by a swarm of local nukes. We scavenge everything. Alright, useful materials, super sad story. That is unfortunate indeed. Oh my. So guys, if we wanted to run a point defense ship, we've actually got all the point defense we could ever need to do it. We're just gonna store all, and run with it. I don't think that we necessarily need to scrap those right now. We're gonna see what's over here first. We'll scrap them as we need the materials. Okay, 146 credits. We're going to just buy fuel and leave, I think. There's not really anything else useful going on here. Alright, Sector. I see your trade ship. This is definitely going to get us killed. Go! Uh-oh. Few clouds of fuel remain. We must have poured it in directly on top of an event. I have never had this happen before. Alright, let's collect the fuel. It's a trap! A bomb exploded as our bots got close. We were able to gather the rest of the fuel without further incident. Okay. Good. Ooh, custom ship repair. No, never mind. We're full hull. Custom ship repair is kind of a dice roll. On average, you get about the same level of repairs as you would at a station. But depending on how your rolls are, if you only roll once, it can potentially fail, so to speak. And you'll only get like 1 or 2 hull repair for like 100 credits, which is terrible. But if you roll well, you get between 6 and 8 for 120, and then a reduced price for a second roll, which is actually 20% cheaper, which is really good. So yeah, take that dice roll if you need to, but right now we're full hull. So what we need is Elkin. Did I skip? I must have skipped a warp gate. Oh my goodness, I should not have done that, because that could have been very helpful, actually. Warping to the destination. Oh. That was foolish of me, but it turned out okay, so we're just gonna kind of gloss over the fact that I poured it into a system where I knew that there was a fleet, and I did not check the fleet beforehand. Don't do that, guys. You need to maintain control of your circumstances. The administrators of the station do not offer personal communication. There's only one product on the menu, self-contained exotic substances, ready for recreational consumption. By the way, exotics in this game Definitely drugs, just very useful drugs. Station follows a 1 visit per client religious policy. All right, so we can buy a pack of exotics for 110. We can buy 2 packs of exotics for 2, or we can leave for now because we don't have any credits. So not that useful. I'm gonna go to the other space station because we need, oh my. We can get happy nukes. This is basically just like a slightly different balance of our nukes. You get EMP and high crew damage in exchange for slightly lower component damage, same hull damage, larger AoE, 1 less health. So these nukes are actually pretty decent, even over our surprisingly OP Tiger Paw nukes, which I've not been building, and I really should have been, guys. Do this thing if you are running this ship. This is an essential part of running this ship, is using the nukes. And don't do as I am doing and fail completely at the task at hand. We're gonna sell some organics. We're gonna sell a whole lot of metal, as much as we possibly can, and a few synthetics. And we're going to carry on, I think. I'm gonna keep this on me. How are we doing? The exotic sale price is decent-ish. So we're gonna sell down to 5 for another 175. And then I'm gonna buy all of the explosives because these are 1 cost. Heck yeah! Alright, there's 50 left. Do I have a storage container that I can run? I do, but I'll have to give up on other items. That's unfortunate. 350 seems like a lot of storage, but then when you burn 30 per firing cycle, you realize that that's only like 10 firing cycles. And then you get depressed. Because your ship burns just so much explosives. We really only want to use those when we have to. Let's go ahead and scrap our 2 spare point defense that we don't need. And then we're going to craft a nuke. So we're going to store this one and craft another Tiger Paw nuke. And then we'll buy the rest of the explosives. I think that's the most efficient use that we can get out of that. So now we have a spare nuke to bail us out of a terrible situation. I am not going to complain. All right, boys, next sector. This is a fast sector. Oh! Guys, I did the thing again. So the question is, do I want to cheese this? I think that the answer is yes. So what we're going to do is we are going to attempt to outrun our enemy to, yes, this, which is going to bring us in range of 2 enemies at once, which means that we're going to get double teamed. If we nearly die in the first one, we will die in the second one. But in exchange for that, I get to preload my combat systems and check. Ooh, that's another industrial laser. Look at that, look at that. So this is what your ship runs with if you don't take the upgrade to the double laser. And you'll notice that it's 5 seconds 2 power for 1 beam, and this is 9 seconds 4 power for 2 beams. So you do actually get more DPS out of the industrial laser than you do out of this one. Once you half it down, what is that? 2.5 versus 4.5, so it's a half second faster. Yeah, same ratios hold with the top skill gunnery. So yeah, that is a thing to keep in mind as you're moving through this. When you're comparing, that's actually backwards from the way that it typically is. Usually if you run 2 of a smaller weapon, they're better than 1 of a bigger weapon, but you run out of weapon hard points on most ships is your restricting factor. I guess probably because it's a stock upgrade, you really can't find these very much at all in the rest of the game. So yeah, it's probably just an out of character thing. All right, we're gonna sell that. We're going to not sell our exotics. In fact, we might buy exotics because 36 is a really low buy price. But we're sitting on 5. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're going to buy full explosives because we're going to be burning the ammunition, so to speak, in order to get out of this alive. We're going to load up that. We're going to get our other point defense loaded. We're going to grab our other reactor, which is going to bring our other shields online. And then we should be ready to go into combat. Now, where is my other bot? He's right there. Why did he not save? Excuse me. Excuse me? What are you of the doings? Oh, you got confused. That's what's up. Right. Okay. You go there. You go there. Very interesting. I wonder how they got out of place. Probably because they saved their crew positioning, question mark? Yeah, I think that's it. So I didn't have all the guns installed when I clicked combat, and they went this way. Yeah. Because if I press load now, the only two things that change is these two bots switch. So we're essentially in the correct position now. Let's go ahead and go and see if we can stomp the ever-living crap out of these two ships. A lone biotech ship is approaching tactical weapons range. Broadcasts a squid dimension credentials. Unknown vessel, this is a restricted area. If you surrender now, you may be offered the chance at an interrogation without torture, followed by a quick and relatively painless semi-voluntary euthanasia. Doesn't that sound pleasant? Will you surrender? Nope. Let's dance, Squiddy. Okay, so this ship, it is likely to be two of the same ship back to back. This ship is a real stinker because it has death rays, which once your shields break down are really devastating on your crew, and then a double death ray. They don't do much hull damage, they don't do much shield damage, it's just 1 per 3 seconds, which is quite high as far as repeated firing goes, but the damage is done, it is doubled to components, and it's extremely high crew damage on a reasonably accurate weapon. So once those actually break through, it is bad news for you. The other thing he has is EMP rays, once per 4 seconds for 4 damage. So this is going to be 8, 10, 11, 12 to the shield, which means we will get 1 full cycle without our shield going down, then we'll recharge some, and then the second firing cycle will take down the shielding. But these are going to be staggered a little bit on their firing cycle, so after the second round, we're definitely going to have problematic beams impacting on our fragile ship's crew. Let's go ahead and take our more accurate weaponry. And we're going to try... Ooh, that is very accurate. Okay, we're going to aim that at this reactor because it is the most likely to actually be able to hit something. All the beam weapons in the back. And then we're going to do missiles on the entirety of the ship. And I am actually going to make an executive decision and burn a nuke on the PD. Because if we do that, then our missiles can shred this ship out. Shrimp? Ship. Shrimp would actually be a decent moniker because they are technically seagoing things. Okay, so that's going to open up the opportunity for our missiles to fire just in time. There's the hit on the reactor cores. We've got a blazing fire. Everything is down, and we win. Wow. That was way more efficient than I thought it would be. Good deal. We got 28 out of 30 armor still as well. Fantastic. And we get 2 modules. Guys, that is why you spend a nuke. All right, we're going to scrap that out. And before we scrap the other one, bear in mind, as soon as we complete this salvage modules window, we're going right back out against the next ship. So I want to give myself a minute for the shields to recharge. I want to see if there's any of the damage that can be fixed by my bots internally. And then we're also going to do a nuke load here, just in case we need a second pass if something goes horribly, horribly wrong. But I really do not want to keep spending these nukes. That is an absolutely insane amount of resources to spend just to get a cheap ship kill. Something that you do want to keep in mind when you're figuring on stuff like this is that... Oh, this time we got 2 ships. Oh, we might burn the nukes, boys. We might burn the nukes. And they're striking from the back because of course they are. Okay. I totally lost track of my train of thought. Oh well. This is a thing that the brain do, and we shall let it do what it do. Let's go ahead and spend a nuke on each of these, but we're going to target the reactor core. Because if I can get rid of both of those, this is actually going to do really good stuff for me. And I think we have the HP on the nukes to actually make it in with that lovely 7 HP. Let's go ahead and do... Let's focus all weaponry on 1 to start with. I'm going to do the less accurate lasers there, the more accurate laser there. That seemed to work pretty well last time. And then we're just going to target dead center mass with the missiles to make sure that those connect as quickly as possible. All right. We're going to lose the shield for sure in 1 firing cycle, but hopefully we don't take too much crew damage. That's my biggest concern right now. All right, we lost a reactor. Shield is down. Ship is very damaged. Ship is out. Ship is out. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, all weaponry on the other ship. And come on. Come on. Drop that shield. There we go. Bit of HP losing. I'm going to turn on the metal repairs again. And that is G freaking G. Okay, salvage complete. Utility bots have returned. We have got a whole bunch of stuff in here. And we got EMP rays, which I have absolutely no interest in keeping. So I would like to make a bit of a point here about balance. You guys just observed probably the quickest possible elimination of the type of enemy that we were running up against. It was brutal, it was efficient, and in the end, we leave with quite a substantial boost in resources without really losing any HP. However, I would remind you that we spent... Oh man, quick head math is not sufficient for this. Hold on, let me think about it for a second. We're going to be spending... Oh, that's why I have extra power. Hold on. I'm distracted across multiple things, and it is not going well for my head. 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10. We'll wait till we get into a berth before we really do much about that. Remember that we spent 3 nukes to kill 3 ships, which was a combined total of 450 ammunition. And actually, we can look at the resources here. 450 ammunition, 600 metal, and 150 fuel that we traded in order to efficiently kill 3 ships and preserve our ship's hull. If we had strictly tried to burn through that with lasers, we would have sustained a tremendous amount of damage from those 3. And also remember that we expended 3 volleys, question mark? 3 volleys for 28 ammo each, which is another nearly 90 ammo. So that was like 540 ammunition to kill 3 ships. Was it worth it? I think yes, because we preserved our HP for another round. But that's the kind of math that you're gonna have to do in this when you're trying to figure out exactly how you get yourself from point A to point B. We're alive though. We're alive, and that is what matters. Let's go ahead and heal up our stuff before we go to the trade center, because I think that we are going to need to sell some things and shore our supplies back up before we get down to business elsewhere. Oh dear, hold on. That would be the synthetics repair station, not the organics. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Alright. Get you back in. Get this shield done again. This is quite a slow process. It takes a long time to heal in this, but it's worth it for the decreased resources expended. Also, remember that you can put up to 20 crew in that thing at a time, so... It can heal everyone. Literally everyone on the ship, all at once. Not even a problem. Alright, let's load everybody. And then we're going to explore this place. Let's revisit the station real quick. I think that, yes, we do have a repair option. So we're going to repair that. And then we'll glance over the modules, see if there's anything useful. The organics, my goodness, the organics are strong with this one. We're going to go down to 200. I'm going to keep a little bit of a reserve so that we don't end up in a situation where we just don't have enough to repair our crew, because that would be kind of sucky. Also, synthetics can go, I think. We're riding pretty high on synthetics. That leaves us with 509 in the bank. Not anything particularly useful here. 195 for an exotics pack is not sufficient. I think there's only 5 in those, and maybe 4, which is going to be average price of 40. If it's 5, no, actually that would be worth. That would be worth. 40 synthetics, we can pretty much be guaranteed, or 40 credits per exotic, we can pretty much be guaranteed to make a profit on that at some point if we wait long enough. Also, there's tech artifacts, which if you need to efficiently trade your credits for other resources, this is another thing you can do, because you actually get Xeno data out of this as well. So you get a credit refund partially. Actually, we got credits. Let's just do this, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're spending 103. We'll buy it and immediately scrap it. That's 100 metal, 99 synthetics, 1 exotic, and 90 credits. The return on this is absolutely ludicrous, but you have to have the upfront money to be able to buy them. And then also, they're usually in very limited supply. So that is usually a really valuable one. This one, not so much, I don't think. Tech artifact, damage warp drive, gives you +2 evasion if mounted and uses 3 power, which is insanely bad as far as ECM goes. Looking at typical ECM units, this is 1 power for 2 evasion, plus you get 2 armor. Like, and this is a bad ECM turret. So don't mount this, please. Do yourself a favor. But since we still have credits, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, and we'll compare notes. So 117 to buy. It's busted after all, but we can scrap it. And on that one, we came out significantly worse. So we got a direct return of essentially 63. So half the value in raw goods. However, we did get 3 exotics. So if you can sell those for 30-ish, we still made a profit. Worst case scenario. Plus, if you need exotics, well, that gives you more exotics. So that is a thing as well. 25 sell is not good though, so we're not gonna mess with that. Okay, we're gonna exit out of here, and we are going to hippity hoppity get off of this guy's property and access a ship carcass, because I would like to get some modules. Beyond repair, damaged ancient ship carcass. Preliminary analysis shows it to be thousands of years old, but there's a warm worm in here. Scare it away with explosives. Sensors show that the warp animal has become anxious and moves around the wreckage, but does not leave it. We may try again. Let's try to scare it away again. Nice! 2 explosions scared the worm away. Warps back to its own dimension. Scavenging operations completed without further incidents. 2 modules, 126 metals, 77 synthetics in exchange for 50 explosives, which is actually not that bad of a dealio. Ooh. These are quite nice early game. I'm not going to be running one right now. It's essentially 1 damage per 6 seconds, which is able to be deflected. However, 20 accuracy on a shield-piercing ballistic weapon is insanely good, which is why the fire rate is so low. When you're comparing DPS, that is one of the important things to keep in mind, is that as you go later and later in the game, you can potentially run up against shields with like 40, 50, 60 HP value on just the shield bubble. And if you have lasers that have to eat through that, God help you, that is going to be a bad time. So yeah, ballistic weapons are much more efficient than lasers in those situations, and it shows. So don't look at the low fire rate / low damage on them and go like, oh, well, that's a totally useless weapon. They definitely have a use. Somebody has a large shipment of miniature plastic animals here. Well, I will gladly recycle those into synthetics. Thank you very much. That is going to be quite the load in our coffers. Actually, hold on. Did this place sell synthetics for 2? I think it did. I can make a profit. Hold on. Da-da. Nope, and it's full. Alright, I'm gonna risk going to the next one as well, because I've already spent the fuel. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I did not see. There was another one of the bumped up better lasers in there. Nope. But I can sell more synthetics. Alright. Wait, have I not? We jumped to the new system, and I didn't go to the station yet. That's why it looks weird. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. We're gonna sell off some of these because I'm likely to get a lot of synthetics on the next combat. If the boss is what I think it is. No damage to Mark. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. We have a heat ray emitter that sets fire. Single beam ray weapon can start fires and has a very large AoE, reduce damage to shields and modules. Also, it can be deflected. So basically we get 6 damage to hull, 2 damage to modules, 3 damage to shield. Several things to keep track of there. But you get 0.8 AoE, which is just about as high as you can get on a beam weapon outside of exotics. 16 seconds between fire cycles, but it basically always sets a fire. Yeah, 100% chance. And it does 4 damage to crew every time it hits, plus whatever the fire does. So that is real good. Other stuff we have. An Insectoid Alliance Shield Disruptor, which is objectively better than my industrial lasers. 2 better accuracy, 1 second slower fire rate, 1 less damage once it punches through the shield, but 9 damage versus 4 on the initial set of shields. And there's also something really important that I want to show you about these lasers as we get in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shed this shield battery. We're going to scrap that. 6 for 12 is actually great. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. But yeah, I need the storage space. Alright, we're going to scrap that. We're going to store this. Just in case we run out of explosives later and I want to mount a 3rd energy weapon, or a 5th energy weapon, sorry. And we're going to load this in. And in the next combat we go in, I need to let you guys know exactly what is so special about this gun. Alright, we got it in, which buys us an extra energy, in fact, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Let's turn this on. We want that one preloading. Leaves us 2 power up. Okay. Cool beans. That one is 9 for 16. Shield batteries get out of control on price to performance proposition. It gets pretty bad. We do have 2 stealth decryption on this. Otherwise, this would be a decent stealth decryptor, but always try to find yourself a good radar. That's just the better way to go about it. All right, the Imperial Spitter. This is probably one of the better ballistic weapons that you can get if you have access to it, because it does 5 damage across 5 bullets every 16 seconds, which means that it does the same damage as the triple large ancient attack cannon that we found earlier. However, since it's rolling the dice across 5 individual bullets instead of 3, the deflection, it works better on average against deflection chance, which is super great. But 1 less damage in exchange for that. Same power usage, same armor, all of it's good. This is an epic cannon. You should definitely grab one if you're doing a ballistics run. But we're not. We're going to move on from here. We've got everything that we need. We just need to go set up our freaking ship and hit this exit warp gate. So let's go around all the asteroids, hopefully not sustain any damage. And then we are going to get ourselves positioned as best we possibly can. So, grab storage. Load up them combat stances, peoples. Rocket launcher. Rocket launcher. Ha ha ha. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so since we've gone down 1 power requirement, we can actually mount the better laser now because we have the power. You can also get a point defense down. Okay, cool. Looks pretty good, except that we have someone improperly placed. So you need to go over there. You need to go over there. You need to go into the cannon. Excellent. And I feel like we're missing something. Right, a power generator. That would be a good shout, because without that power generator, we'd be running lower shields, yo. Okay, 54 expenditure on organics is not great, but hey, as long as we can make it into the battle fine, we're good to go. Let's hit this warp gate. 3 small ships are parked around the gate. Weapons hot. Fleet profile analysis suggests there's our slaver mercenaries. All right, let's approach to the battle. Oh, I forgot. This is the Squid sector, so they assume that you're fighting all kinds of horrendous ships all along the way. So the ships are not actually that hard on this gate. However, there are lots of boarding parties. Do not underestimate the boarding parties, whatever you do. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to mount another point defense in place of the rockets, because I don't even need to burn the rockets. We're just going to use laser weapons to slaughter these guys. Let's go here. That is a laser. That is a laser. Okay. Good, 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 good. No nukes. No anything else. Just load up the freaking point defense and try not to get shreked. So this is 9 HP. Usually they launch a little closer. I think that this is actually giving us a bit more easy of a time this time. Oh, you know what? As bad a luck as we've had on a couple instances this run, I'm not actually going to complain. We need to take this win, and we need to exploit it to the maximum potential possible, because we're about to enter some of the hardest sectors in the game. All right, they decided to go ship to ship with extremely bad timing because, yo, I just blew you up, man. And now our shield regen should be roughly equivalent to the final beam weapon that's aimed at us. They took down our shield with that last firing cycle, but we're gonna eat them alive. Fantastic. That reliable non-deflecting 3 damage every single firing cycle is so good on the Warp Ray Shield Breaker. Salvage complete. Utility bot scooped up everything of value. Got 8 modules out of that nonsense. This is typically what you get in the 333 for a 3-seater command bridge, but obviously using 1 more power, not providing you 3 armor, is a terrible proposition up against the floral command bridge, not to mention the lower overall HP. So if you need one, definitely take it, but if you can find this bridge, holy cow, it is a lifesaver. Scrap that. Terran military engine. Scrap that. Terran military engine. I think that's actually worse in literally every way, except for asteroid avoidance, than the engine that we have. Okay, scrap that. Do we want to take a multi-container MFE? So this is an MFO. It is metal fuel organics. That is a metal fuel explosives. So other than the 2 armor that it provides, it's actually overlapping resources and no synthetic storage capability compared to what we already have. So these are bad storages for us. They're great storages, don't get me wrong. If you're running a heavy ballistic ship, this is one of the best storages that you can get. It's just not good for our purposes. E-reactor for 16 power, heavily armored, but consumes ammunition if it's installed as you're traveling. Now, this is actually a good... This is actually a good trade-off for us. It's 1 more power, 1 more HP, it's more survivable. Yeah, we're gonna scrap this. Install you right there. Then we're gonna get rid of the DIY battery and the DIY EMP gun, because neither one of those concern us at all. Warp to the next sector. I'm going to say yes. All right, we get 6 fate points just for having completed that. I am so happy. 55. We're actually going to have enough fate points next time around to get some permanent buffs. Oh, this is going to be good. All right, Sector 6 is complete. The Mothership AI. I'm getting a signal. It's an Earth Alliance Warpcast transmission. All right. Hello, Captain. I've been waiting for you to get here. I'll make this short. The war with the Squids is not going well. We've lost about half of Earth's territory. The High Command has decided that this desperate time needs desperate measures. We're going to seek help from the only known Eldar species, the Spidera. Alright. The Spidera are ancient, powerful arachnids and consider themselves to be a natural enemy of all insectoids. You probably know that the Insectoid Alliance was formed several thousand years ago to defeat the Spidera. However, the Spidera were never defeated, only repelled. They've been sighted by the space eels in a region known as the Outward Abyss. It's a tiny sector without any real stars, mostly black holes. So, you got us into the Squid War in the first place. Earth has decided to send you to the Outward Abyss to contact the Spidera. We don't know what they want, but you'll get a package of valuables to help you bargain. Even a single large-scale attack by the spiders could change the war. We'll take any military help we can get. Alright, so we get 2,000 credits. We get a sector that is largely uninhabited. There are a couple of enemy encounters that you can potentially roll and fight, but for the most part, this is a peaceful sector. We get our money, we get plenty of places to spend that money, and we just need to set up our ship as best as we possibly can to enter the Spidera sector. And with that, I am going to leave this one be. Next time around, we will kit all of our weaponry. We will get our ship set up in the best way that we can to hopefully overcome the circumstances that we're about to enter. I don't think we'll actually be able to beat the Spidera system. 30 HP is awfully low, although with the liberal use of high explosives, should we be able to afford it, we may be able to get through this thing. I would love to be able to one-off complete this entire thing with the original ship, but I don't know that we're actually going to get that far. Anywho, as always, guys, thank you so much, so very much for joining me as we venture through this. Hopefully you're learning solid things that can help you along the way, and I do hope that I'll catch you around tomorrow for the next episode.